You have great power at your disposal. Because of that, at some point you stop feeling the weight of doing that which cannot be undone. It has become something you will notice only as you are crushed underneath it. But I repeat myself, I can't help but wonder how many times I've given you the same warning now. Perhaps you know, Lord Phantomive.
Hi guys. Today, or more like tonight, we are playing Obsession. It's honestly quite late at the moment, but it's summer and it's hot and I felt like I needed to do something and I can't sleep, so yeah. I hope everyone is having a great summer. This is a creepypasta game, and yeah, let's go. You're dead tired. Falling asleep on the only bus that takes you back to your ranch. You can feel someone getting closer. They fiddle with the ID badge you forgot to pin earlier. You keep your eyes shut, hearing nothing but their shitty giggles. They're definitely clowning on your name. Wait, what even is my name? Oh, that's so cute. My name is Ruby. Ruby. I forgot that's what people call me. Am I, This is... Wait, which one? This is woman, right? This is woman, right? This is man, this is woman. Okay. It's the exact thing they're screaming and laughing at right now. God, why is my name so damn stupid? I'm such a joke. Your eyes are closed, pretending to be asleep, so you can hear everything they're saying. Think your choices through carefully. Every action has consequences. Some will only lower affection, while others can get you killed. Affection starts at 0 dead neutral. It's on you if they end up wanting to kill you or keep you. Oh, my legs are so shiny. You finally make it back to that old house by the woods, bone tired and completely drained. Living in the middle of nowhere means you're always the last one off the ride. Finally off my feet. Today sucked, just like always, dealing with NPCs and their idiotic questions all day. Plus, the manager's on a massive power trip. God, I hate her guts. I hate the life I'm living right now. But it's not like I have the energy to do anything else. I've got ideas, hopes, and dreams, but nah. I don't even think about reaching them anymore. I'm just surviving until Friday at this point. I just keep thinking. All I want is to just crash and zone out for a bit. But I can't even get that right. Maybe if I wasn't so alone in this, things wouldn't feel so messed up. Just someone who gets me, stays by my side, and makes me feel real. I have no one. Also, I forgot to mention, today's my birthday. And I'm turning 18. Okay. Everyone is just an acquaintance. You're just staring into nothingness, paralyzed as that suffocating heat whips through your chest and you can't do a damn thing to stop it. Then you just break down and start crying. It's crazy how the little things used to make me so happy back then. I had it all, and now I'm just stuck here, grinding to survive a life I didn't ask for. I don't even have time for those tiny moments of joy anymore. You sink back into the mattress, and as the burnout hits, your vision starts to fade to black. I just want to sleep. For good this time. Oh, wait, that was so cool. You close your eyes and feel everything around you begin to fade away. Then, at last, you drift off into a heavy, deep sleep. You're out cold. You start dreaming that maybe, when you wake up, you finally get the chance to just end it or get a total do-over. Also, there is no music if you're wondering. Out of nowhere, you catch these weird sounds heading right for you. They're gaining on you. Your eyelids feel like lead, but you force them open. It's probably nothing, but you can't take any chances. Finally, your eyes open and it hits you. Those footsteps are legit. You slowly creep up to a sitting position, holding your breath to hear better. There's laughing and voices muttering back and forth while they trash your tiny cabin. You can hear them riffling through the drawers. Bro, you gotta be kidding me. This place is a total bust. Nothing here but empty snack bags and shut up garbage. Then you hear those steps coming right for you. Having no door right now is a total nightmare. The thought crawls to your mind. You just saw down your bed paralyzed, but it kept closing in on you, so you ease your right foot onto the floor. But the second you try to get up, a floorboard creaks loudly. Are we cooked? Bang! A shot just whizzed past you, ripping a hole right through the curtain you got for a door. You shut your eyes tight, not letting yourself think. You're dead tired and your feet are trashed, but you don't care. You just book it for the exit. Bad news, there's no cover and no house is close enough to help. Heading for the neighborhood would turn you into target practice in a wide open field. Your only shot is the woods. It's a death trap, but it's all you've got. You're hauling ass now, hearing the footsteps behind you and the crack of gunfire. A round grazes your left arm and it burns like hell, but you don't stop. You can't stop. For a second, you think you've lost them, so you pause to catch your breath. Then you realize the path is gone. Just trees and more trees. You can either head uphill to the left or go down to the slope to the right. Right here. Okay. Gonna save. Let's go to the right. Going right seems like the best bet. If I were him, I'd be scouting uphill. But I remember seeing something out there. Slenderman? That downstream where the current goes, there's actual civilization. Maybe I can find someone to help me. I guess so. Wanna keep going? Yes. I'm so tired, my feet are killing me. I hope I run into someone decent. I'm cursed, I swear. Might as well start playing before things get even worse. Praying. This god guy has done anything for me, but I seriously need a miracle right now. You glue your eyes to the door just to make sure you don't trip. It would be a tragedy to die from a single misstep after everything you've been through. You continue making your way down the mountain. Your head starts to spin from sheer exhaustion. Grinding since sunrise, legging heavy junk, and putting up with entitled fossils. It's killing you. Add that to having to run for your life back there. Your body's clearly on the verge of collapsing. And then you fall. Your body has reached its limit. God, I hope nothing finds me in this state. I just hope morning comes soon and once I wake up, can get out here and call for help. It would be so pathetic to die without even catching a glimpse of my opponent. Your mind grows foggy. In between dreams, you can hear footsteps approaching, until a splitting headache starts to tear through your skull. Ugh. Someone's yanking you by the hair. Oh, a body. A corpse. They went easy on her. Not a drop of blood or bone in sight. Who did such a crappy job? You hear a mocking male voice. Is that Jeff the killer? As he speaks, he keeps pulling your hair like you're a ragdoll, until you start moving and feel a sharp pain in your head. Well, I guess she died all alone. Did she kill herself? How pathetic. No, that's not him. Alright, let's check maybe. That voice is definitely not the cabin guy, but it's not like it sounds like a good person either. A normal person would be freaking out by a dead body in the middle of the woods. Standard procedure is calling 911, right? Still, there might be your only shot at getting out of this. I feel like it's one of the creeps, so we're gonna try and keep our eyes closed. You'll manage to play dead. That person from before didn't sound good at all. You would have ended up in a really bad place. A miracle, you think? Even though you don't really believe in a god, if you survive this, maybe you should start believing in one. Everything that's happening to you can't just be coincidence. If it isn't God conspiring against you, honestly, you don't know what is. That's why you spent a long time thinking until you finally fell asleep. Suddenly, inside your dream, you catch the sound of footsteps right next to you. I was going to send someone for you, but I see you beat me to it. I don't know if you're brave or just foolish. Even though you don't seem to be in a bad shape. Uh-oh. What the fuck is going on? You feel how that made your head start hurting the whole way. So you manage to regain consciousness. Those footsteps you heard in your dream, apparently they weren't a dream. You manage to hear a voice speaking to you, so deep and low, with a slight sigh at the end of its words, like a faint breath of air. It sounds like a strangely seductive voice. Your brain is still loading, you just can't think straight. The voice only makes you relax even more. And you start hearing a very loud ringing that forces you to think clearly. Oh, okay, that again? Get up already, I know you're awake. That voice is way too sexy. Even though you're a bit scared, you still have a sleep. Your brain hasn't registered where you are yet, let alone who's standing right in front of you. Still, you keep wondering who this man is, talking to you in such a soothing tone. It's been so long since anyone spoke to you like that. Every single day used to be nothing but screaming. Hearing someone speak so calmly makes you feel safe, even if you're out in the middle of the woods. Or does it? You manage to open your eyes, suddenly remembering with a chill that you are in the middle of the woods. But what animals could be lurking, or worse, killers? Wait, you didn't even think that last part. It's like someone else is piggybacking on your thoughts. You sit up and look down. Oh, it's Slender Man. You finally open your eyes. Can't believe I spent a whole hour making noise and staring at you just to get you to wake up. Staring at the whole time? That's why I had to look at you and get inside your head, just to make you finally open your eyes. Actually, planting one of my proxies to drag you here, proxies. But since you just made me do double the work, you don't get to stay anymore. You're coming with me right now. Plus, thanks to your poor decisions, a few useless losers are gonna pay the price. What? You were still on the grass as that faceless man with a seductive voice began moving his tentacles towards your legs, without giving you a chance to defend yourself, escape, or even complain. At first you felt so freaky that you tucked your legs in, trying desperately not to touch them. He looked at your disgusted face. He began moving those tentacles more slowly as they touched you. And where is this going? But as you saw that he didn't care, you stopped resisting. It's Slenderman. There's no escaping him anyway. Those tentacles started tingling around your bare toes first, slowly creeping up to your calf. They aren't like octopus tentacles. These don't have suction cups. It's like they're made of rubber, but freezing cold. They slowly traced your leg, crawling up your thighs, and even though you're shaking from how freezing they are, you couldn't care less. You just stared at your trembling body and kept standing there. Is he doing this slowly on purpose? Does he like torturing people or what? Yes, maybe he's doing it on purpose. Once again, a thought that doesn't belong to you, except this time it's his voice in your head. Meanwhile, other tentacles gently touch your fingers, intertwining with your hands, slowly feeling their cold touch. From your fingers to travel up to your waist, your forearm, your shoulders, your neck, leaving their cold touch and turning your skin red in their wake. Then all his tentacles surround your waist, neck, and legs. For a split second, you thought the torture was finally over, but then he started squeezing them tight. Ugh. Since you made it more complicated for me, then I will make it harder for you too. You hadn't realized it, but you're a total mess. Top of your face being red as a tomato. Then his tentacles hoisted you up, completely careless of your safety. Quit squirming. I'll put you back to sleep. Between your face turning pale from the terrifying height and blushing right at the sound of his voice, you just couldn't keep still. So he did what he warned you about. The high-pitched ringing pressed your ears again, so intense that you squeezed your eyes shut. Okay. I'm gonna skip that because it's the same animation as we saw before. You fainted. Your body hurts. You feel a crushing weight on you. You can't open your eyes. Interesting. It's been a few minutes since your body temperature was pretty high. Usually it's the opposite. I examined you and you don't have any illnesses, infections, or viruses. When you wake up, especially tell me in detail the reason of this change. If it's something I haven't detected, it would be a problem. Read you need to reach the final stage or none of this will matter. I know you can hear me. I need to understand you better. 2? Oh, wait, I recognize this. Wait. Your eyes are closed, but you're conscious. Your mind projects images that feel real. None of them are like a simple dream. You're walking through a dense forest. You don't know where you're going, but you continue to walk until you reach a tunnel. You begin to hear a ringing that hurts your head terribly. It feels like someone hit your stomach enough to leave you breathless and feeling the need to cough. Where am I? You think. You don't know where you are, but you know one thing. You're far from home. Finally, you open your eyes. You're down on a soft bed in a room that is lightly illuminated. It looks old and there are red stains. I don't want to imagine what that might be, you think. You begin to stand up, but the flash of images you saw in your dream takes your balance and you are forced to sit down to recuperate. You get a twinge of pain in your head and you try to remember. When did that happen? But you can't remember. The memory is blocked like a dense fog. Before you can try to rack your head for answers, something interrupts your thoughts. Loud, loud noises outside the room you find yourself in, yelling. I need to get out of here. This doesn't look good. I know I can't trust in them. You analyze them when you're in the room you're in. You sit on a comfy mattress on the floor of the room. The floor is wood, so are the walls, although it is a bit rotten and stained with red. You see a desk on the other side of the room. On top was a plate of bread with jam, and to the side sat a glass of milk. Close by is the door. Oh, everything is purple. Your arm still hurts a lot, but not like earlier. Right, I was shot. This injury, I can't defend myself. What do I do? Okay, guys. Look at the desk. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Your stomach grows and your mouth feels dry. You get up carefully to avoid making noise, though you're not sure that's possible when you walk close to the desk. You haven't eaten anything since the early morning of yesterday. Your eyes look upon the bread with desire. Well, I think eating something of a shady source isn't smart. You pick up the bread, it's hard. You take some time before deciding to give it a bite. The taste and sensation is strange. You're unable to trust something within yourself that you need to tread through cautious. You take another bite softly, still a little hard. But it's better than nothing. You continue to eat. You take a gulp of milk to swallow the bread. It's not as bad as I thought, although it's not that good either. At least it calms your anger and thirst, though it's not enough to feel completely better. You then sit back down on the mattress. You're scared, terrified even. The voices you're hearing seem to be fighting too, which your fear begins to fester within you. But to stay here waiting isn't a good idea either. It might be dangerous, but there could be a chance to scare while they keep fighting. You lightly get up from the bed and walk towards the door. You stop to listen better, but you can't understand what they're saying. You just know that the majority of the voices are masculine and that they're fighting. I need to sneak away well enough to not be seen. I don't think I can be alone without them. Why did they just in front of the door right now? You decide it's better to leave the situation than stay waiting for something to happen. If it's something potentially dangerous, you can escape discreetly while they fight. You open the door cautiously to make as little noise as possible. You leave the room with soft footsteps. The wooden floors feel dirty below your bare feet. You head to where the sound of yelling is coming from, but you continue to make light footsteps, the same ones you take to escape an annoyed client. You near the sounds of you. Oh my gosh, locking. You near the sounds of the shouts coming from downstairs, forcing you to descend the splintered wooden stairs. You're not able to see much as you continue to go down. Why is everything blurred? I'll step down carefully, very carefully. I hope I don't make too much noise, but if women with their voices will hide me anyways. You step down the stairs with caution. Each step you take is a big effort to make minimal noise, though you don't know if that's possible. But of which last step you decide to turn to where the loud noises are. That's so iconic. You see a group of people fighting. I think I'm starting to regret this. You go down the stairs with a little more stealth. Just look, anyone else that walked in the forest would be said to be the perfect victim. So the woman pointed at you when you reached the last step. Looks like you weren't as sneaky as you thought, but you were as quiet as you could be. I thought we would be told ahead of time after what happened last time. Really? I already forgot. The last time was pretty fun. You stay motionless as you look at the room. You thought for a moment that what you saw was the product of your imagination. Around the table were guys wearing a mask, a girl with extremely pale skin and a mouth cut into a smile, and an elf with a green getup that is also floating. You feel a small press of pain in your head and you try to return to where you were, but you will sit with your head down. I think I left something in the room. This has to be a dream, right? This feels so real. Okay, maybe this is one of those where you think you're awake but you're actually sleeping. Yeah, that has to be, otherwise it's really crazy. Hey, where do you think you're going? Oh, a yellow man with a white mask, well, a man with the yellow hoodie grabs your shoulders and gets you to the table. You don't know how to react, so you obey and walk. Hmm. I wouldn't put so much importance if someone took responsibility instead of blaming everyone else. Right? Like we were the only ones that didn't fulfill the agreement. Like a certain person. Said the man with the white mask, anger laced in his voice as he hit his palm against the table, his eyes peered through his mask. Well, each person has their motives for being upset, though some of us have stupid motives. Said the yellow hooded man while he pressed his hand on the shoulder man's shoulder, turning towards the girl as a boy with goggles and a muzzle let out aside. His hand touched his neck, his eyes looked elsewhere. Wow, all of this caused by some random human girl, a freak with terrible taste. While he turns to you, he gives you an unsettling gaze. Horrible taste. Oh, oh, that's a little girl. I forgotten to know. Are you sure this is the best place to take photos? I don't think that's her though, because she doesn't look like that unless they change the design in this game. What a bad taste. Glitches appear, and new scenes of your life that seem to have been added without your knowledge. You begin to cough again. You touch your chest as your heart accelerates. You no longer feel the penetrating gaze, but now the feeling that you're about to vomit. Once again, scenes of your life seem to be added without your knowledge. Each cup comes out violently to the point where you feel like your throat is going to come out soon. Damn, this is a lot of blood. We need to go to the hospital. You begin to tremble. The ringing is still blaring. You support yourself at the table as you feel you're going to fall again. Your eyelids are as heavy as lead. The pain in your head is constant, preventing you from thinking clearly until slowly the world focuses. Take it, Tubby. In front of you, basically invading your personal space with someone. As you open your eyes, you notice the man tense and let a small sound of surprise escape. I'm sorry, I didn't. His voice sounded raspy, loaded with an old weariness that reflects in the dark circles under his eyes. He speaks in broken, interrupted words because of what seems to be a tick in his neck. He suddenly steps back, pinning on a pair of strange glasses in the muzzle. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. I was just checking if you'd hurt yourself more. You were making pain expressions while you slept. I didn't touch you, really. I didn't touch anything, I swear. That's what you were thinking. He watched your gaze, turning his head away with a mix of nervousness, caused by his silence and his own shyness. Watch him adjust his metal muzzle, hiding part of his face, a silence born from your distrust. And well, I wasn't expecting you to actually eat what I made for you. Sorry if it looked like a childish breakfast. I didn't have much time. Those are the kinds of breakfasts I used to eat often. I never had enough time to make myself something elaborate in the mornings. So it was always just a piece of bread with whatever I could find, you think, smiling a little. But by the way, sorry about the mess you saw in the living room. No one was expecting you to arrive today. You really surprised us. I'm not saying you're not welcome. Actually, sooner or later you were going to end up here anyway, so you just sped up the process. He says in a nervous tone. End up here, sooner or later. You overthink what what he just said for a moment. I have so many questions, but at the same time, you also want to thank him for caring enough to give you something to eat. Thank him for ask him about what he said. What? There's nothing. But what? Text? Hello? What? But what happened? Well, hold on. Why is there no text here? Is that normal? He replies in a more threatening tone as his voice becomes stronger and firmer. If you don't trust me, I can't guarantee your safety. And believe me, I think that was a bug. And believe me, you don't want anything bad to happen to you here. Suddenly, the ringing in your ears become unbearable. For a moment, it feels like your head is about to explode. What is causing me this? A sharp pain like he also seems to feel. He adjusts his strange yellow glasses and picks up an axe from the floor. Yes, I'll explain that too when the time comes. I'm leaving for a while. I hope it won't be too long. For now, you're staying here. He says in less animated voice, stronger and firmer. He walks towards the door, but before leaving, he stops and looks at you for a moment, as if you are thinking about something important. Oh, why you look at me like that? You watch him leave with his head lowered, dragging his axe towards the room's only exit. I'm sorry, Ruby. Then he closes the door. You stop hugging your knees and sit on the edge of the bed as your head begins to race. Saying something about this doesn't feel right. Fear slowly begins to consume you. A cold sensation creeps through your body from your feet to your head. Your hands start trembling along with your jaw and lips. This is wrong. Shit. You had been planning to escape ever since you woke up. The fact that he locked you in makes everything more difficult. Panic overwhelms you. You jump out the bed and run towards the door, but you can't open it. What are they going to do to me? I don't want to be here. Let me out of here. You feel an uncontrollable wave of terror consume you. Your heart pounds so violently it feels like it could burst out your chest. You look at your trembling hands, now starting to sweat heavily, just like your forehead. I'm so screwed. Please let me go. I don't have anything you'd want. I'm too weak for labor, and my organs aren't even in good condition. I don't even want to think about what's going to happen to me once he gets back. What did he mean when he said I would have ended up here sooner or later? Does that mean they already had me marked from before? You bring your hands to your head and press against it with your fingertips. You turn around and slowly walk back to the bed, sitting down. Oh wait, our room is not that bad. I wanted to die yet, but it didn't expect the universe to actually take me seriously. I mean, it never takes me seriously, so why now, not all those times I wish for millions or a guy with huge tits? We'll talk about it later. You were lost in your thoughts until you started looking around the room more carefully. Maybe I can find something that'll help me get out of here. Because of your fear, you remained silent on the bed for quite a long time. I'm too scared of doing something I might regret. I don't think those guys are stupid enough to leave me unsupervised for long and just leave a weapon lying around. What if they're waiting for me to do something so they can catch me? Can't risk that. I have to be smart. I mean, they're not that smart. You wait a little longer, but the fear keeps consuming you. You don't know what to do. You don't want to just sit there doing nothing, but you also don't want to risk doing something that could get you in trouble. You just cough on the wall. Was it hiding? You stand up and walk towards the wall near the exit. You manage to spot a poorly placed cloth covering a wooden panel. You're afraid of what you might find, but anything that could help you escape is worth it. You slowly uncover the wooden board, watching as Polaroid photos taped into it come into view. Photographs of different come into it, taped into it come into view. Photographs of different people. You carefully pull out the cloth, but you can't manage to remove it completely. Oh my gosh! You recognize some of them immediately, while others take you a moment to remember. The horrible cold sensation returns, and you feel certain now every single photo belongs to someone who has treated you badly. That makes sense, for you recognize some of their faces scattered through the center of town. A horrible sense of guilt washes over you. You have to help piecing their faces printed on black and white, posters across poles and storefronts, thinking is it was Karma finally doing this job, but it seems like Karma truly did have a face. Your hand flies to your mouth and you collapse to your knees. I did died because of you. To your misfortune, you hear footsteps nearby. Someone stops right outside the door and begins opening it. No, get up! You can't give him now, how'd you miss? Then he walks in quietly. Not seeming to notice you at first until he slowly turns toward where you are. Oh, were you snooping around my room? Oh, this is your room? Oh. Well, I can't really blame you. I locked you in here and I snooped around your room too. Though sadly they wouldn't let me take anything. Was Ticky Tubby just talking us the whole time? Even with fear still gripping you, you look forward. I had to see that. I was ordered to keep you safe. Once again, his voice becomes softer and more lovely, changing from one moment to the next, as if he had a switch that could have altered his personality. You don't have to thank me. Terrifying sound settles between the two of you. Fear and guilt consumes you. You don't know what to say, you just want to get out of here. Well, Slender said I should stop bothering you, so I have to take you to your room. I'm sorry. Back in your room with absolutely no idea how you're going to survive this time, you sink into that old mattress you first woke up on. None of this makes any sense, and the confusion is eating you alive. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to go home. You choke out through your sobs, dragging yourself over to the same table from this morning. Your eyes lock into a notebook. What is this? Oh my gosh, so cute. Your mother flipping through pages after page after page, fully expecting it to be completely useless, but then this is my old notebook from when I was a teen. I lost it ages ago. I think it was right after. Then it hits you. You used to be such a massive horror geek, reading creepypastas online and binge watching those old text-to-speech loquendo videos late at night. Literally me. They lived in your head rent-free 24/7. You were so obsessed that you actually started to looking up ritual summonings, Cleverbot, the fucked up bathroom mirror, the pitch black rooms. Suddenly the dots in your brain finally connect. Is this actually real? Like they actually exist? No way. This notebook went missing right after I tried to summon Slenderman. You dropped back down to the mattress where you first woke up. I still see that summoning ritual had flopped. You tried to force yourself to remember more about that night, but it's still a blank. Your memory cuts off right at the exact moment you were performing the ritual. I'm positive, dead certain, that the summoning didn't work, just like all the others, but I can't remember it failing at all. So, it worked. With Ben, I tried Cleverbot, it glitched out a bit, but nothing creepy actually happened. I remember getting so pissed off about it. Tried to summon Jeff too, but that was total bust. I remember throwing all those candles in the trash while throwing a massive temper tantrum. I managed to spell only a faint, hollow laugh. Remembering how incredibly cringe you are back then makes you shake your head. You didn't care about second-hand embarrassment at all. You were just living your best life. You keep down memory lane, tracing back all those ridiculous internet rituals. You vividly remember the exact steps for each one. That crushing wave of disappointment when absolutely nothing happened. It was always the same routine, with some, you even gaslight yourself over the tiniest random noises just to feel like it worked. Though deep down, you knew it was bullshit. But Slenderman's ritual, that's the only one wrapped in complete amnesia. In fact, you can't even recall the actual steps nearly as well as the others. He needs to stop doing that. I'm genuinely gonna have a heart attack. Then while on cue, like a vile entity invading your bloodstream and breaking down your last defenses, a deep, booming voice echoes inside your head, dripping with absolute authority, yet dangerously calm. Yes, you were lucky that day. The summoning did not fail. The voice sounded so incredibly attractive, smutty? No, smuxy. You sealed your own doom. Can it stop? Can it stop? A sharp glitch shears through your mind, a massive, blinding migraine forces you to collapse straight back into the bed, gripping your skull in agony. Tell me, are you pleased with the outcome? You desperately wanted it to work and you succeeded. Perhaps I should reward you for your persistent efforts. The pain scales up to a completely unbearable level. You scream and cry out in agony, but nobody's coming to save you. I always struck by in a blow of non-stop torture. It literally feels like your consciousness is being dissected layer by layer. Even though I hadn't seen you in the flesh until now, do not fret. I will explain everything to you in due time. Excruciating ache bursts into your body, simply goes numb to it, and you finally back out into sleep. Can you find your nose by clicking on that black icon on the menu menu? Okay. End of chapter 2. Aww. Okay. That was cute. I can't touch that. Mr. Lord. Okay. So, this is what this obviously. So what if we do indeed go right, but we stop? Where to? Or left? I mean, going uphill puts more distance between us if he's actually hunting me. It pushed me deeper into the forest, but I should be safe there until sunrise. Or so I hope. Wanna press on? Yes. You choose to climb the hill to your left. You've run quite a bit, so now you're walking and praying you don't make a sound. At one point, you look down. Climbing with barefoot is exhausting. You look at the ground and see all these flowers and greenery. In any other context, it would be beautiful, but right now, it's just terrifying. First work and now this. I know I had a death wish, but this is too much. I just want to snap out of this bad dream. Everything starts spinning after a while. I'm hitting a wall. I'm so exhausted. I was already worn out, but now I feel like I'm about to collapse. You keep walking, slow and steady, eyes glued to the ground, still doing you don't trip. You snap your head up when a weird noise cuts through the quiet. You start. Damn! Okay. You're happy. You start to hear laughter. The sound is faint, but you can definitely make it out. Just when you realize you're running on fumes. And even though those laughs don't sound that close yet, you're still on high alert. What the fuck is laughing in the middle of the night? Who the hell is laughing like that as well? Whispers to you. Is that him? Is he hunting me? I'm freaking out, and I'm too gassed to keep running. What if I just track him down in this? Shit, too many choices in this game. Follow the laughter and face it. Follow the laughter and face it. Just to track the laughs and corner the guy. Maybe if you take him head on, you can disarm him and fight back. Or maybe you just want to call his bluff and let the chips fall where they might, because you're absolutely done with this crowd. So you head straight for the spot where those laughs are coming from. You keep pushing through the woods until you see a gap in the trees. Gap in the trees where there's actually sunlight. You're stomping over there, face twisted in a scowl and fist tight. Your breath getting heavy because you're just so pissed off. Until you lose your footing and look down the floor, roleplaying just to keep from wiping out. Is that Laughing Jack? And I was like, I heard the laugh and I was like, Now I see the candy and I'm like, this is Laughing Jack, isn't it? This is my husband, isn't it? I came to see my husband. Sorry. With every step you notice more and more candy is scattered across the ground. What the candy? This is creepy as hell. Who's the cycle leaving a breadcrumb trail of candy for anyone dumb enough to follow it? I am the dumb enough person to follow it. Is this a setup or just some twisted prank? Either way, I'm freaking out. Scared out of your mind, you follow the candy trail anyway. You're past the point of no return. So you keep finding more and more candy scattered around for no apparent reason. Until you realize there's no more candy. You look up and realize you're in a clearing in the woods with a playground. Why the hell is there a playground out here? This is getting sketchier by the second. What kind of creep will lure victims with candy to some playground equipment? Can't hear the laughter anymore, and you notice there's no one around. Was that all in my head? My brain is fried. I have no idea why I even bothered chasing those sounds. At least I can show knowing it was just my tired brain acting up. Oh, sweet. That was not your tired brain acting up. You can't tell if it's just your mind or if it's actually real, but a stunning prison chills surge through your body. It creeps up from your feet to your head and out to every limb. Your breathing quickens to the point where you finally forget how to catch your breath. You literally forget how to catch your breath. You're paralyzed with fear, you've forgotten how to breathe, and your body just isn't responding. You try to force yourself to move, but you can't even stir your tongue. Your eyes won't blink. You're on the verge of tears. That thing in the games just now, it's not there anymore. Try to calm down. Guess who I am? With nowhere to run, you can feel that thing looming right at your back. After it vanished from sight, you couldn't hear any footsteps, barely even the sound of falling leaves. No way, how is it on top of you already? Me? No way. The metallic scent of the blood in their hands, if you can even call them hands. Their air reeks of iron. You're already struggling to breathe, but now you're forced to chug down the scent of blood slicking those claws. Your body's still locked up. You're dying to scream, but to run. You dare to scream to run, at the very least. You just want to look back. And of course it hits you. It was real. You stand there frozen, eyes closed, just waiting for the worst. You feel something cold and sharp pierce your back for a second. When you feel those claws slowly brushing against your fingers, before stroking them slowly and carefully, moving down further and further until it reaches your palm. It's clear he's doing it on purpose. Every touch fills you with dread. He gets a kick out of watching you tremble to every caress. Your eyes squeeze shut, you have no idea what's coming next. Your fear is obvious, yet you still refuse to open them. You're too scared to look in the eyes. Hey, open your eyes. Unless you want me to open them for you. You just feel those claws lanking for your wrist. No warning, no gentle touch. But I'm squeezing both your wrists so hard it hurts. You feel that thing grab your wrist and slam your heart against a massive tree. The impact makes you let out a stifled gasp. A sharp pain shoots through your back, and obviously your eyes snap open. Ooh. That's not a so bad position. You can feel his huge hands crushing your wrist, bringing you down without a shred of care. He squeezes you so hard You feel like your bones are going to snap, slamming you against the tree over and over to get your attention. It makes you feel like you're nothing but a toy. Like a little rag doll now at his mercy. You can feel his kiss crawling over every inch of your body. Your heart is racing. At this point, you don't even know how you're still breathing. This is way beyond anything you could have imagined. Then you look up, and there it is, his face. Laughing Jack is pinning me against a tree on my birthday. You freeze the moment you see him. He's definitely not human, you think. He has teeth as sharp as blades, and his skin is deathly pale. No human looks like that. Oh, what a sweet little treat we've got there. I've never seen you around before. I was going to get mad at you, but you're not one of those idiots who only know to be a nuisance. I knew right away you weren't one of them when I saw you shivering like a little puppy in the rain. You're terrified. Just seconds ago, this guy was standing in the middle of a bloodbath. He's a giant, easily every 7 feet. His skin is deathly pale, totally inhuman. His arms, they're just too long. Plus, his cone-shaped nose is so close to yours that you can feel it tickling your own nose and cheeks. You should stop for a second to really look at him. Strangely, something makes you think you've seen him before. You don't know what it is or where, but you can just feel it. You're a pretty one. He's looking eyes with you, like he's reading your soul, before slowly loosening his grip. Making sure the bug doesn't snag your skin. He's back to handling you like you're something fragile. Guess he's not that terrifying after all, you think? Just as though that thought crosses your mind, he grinds wildly and lets you drop. Was he so kind one moment, then treats me like a rat on the next, you think? Because that's laughing Jack. As you go from the pin your waist and knees, he starts to speak right in front of you. Lucky for you, I'm not bored yet. Otherwise, you'll already be scattered in tiny pieces all over this park. I love it when you're scared. You have such a pretty little shiver. Spilled sunshine. What's a little sweetheart doing out in the woods all by herself? She actually escaped one of those losers. Like a little runway snack. Could name a dozen continents for a scrub like that. But I can't put my finger on what would be pathetic enough to let you go. Even though that's actually never happened before. I doubt there. Oh, that's him. Wait, hold on. Even though that's actually never happened before, I doubt that our Brand did. Okay, maybe Jeff. He's a total moron. Annoying as hell, and what a no joke if it hit him. Still, I doubt he just let you walk away, got a hint to the guy. He's actually decent at the whole killing thing and has the skills to back it up. Too bad the skills don't include basic Asian. Yeah, he really didn't care about any fall. Now you can't tell if he's talking to you or just talking to himself. But God forbid he looks messy. The guy won't take a shower. He's obsessed with his skincare routine and putting crap on his face. I haven't seen the others having an issue either. Ben kills his victims right in their own homes, so bringing someone to the woods would be pointless for him. I have no idea what you mean. No matter how much you struggle to speak or even make sense of it, he either didn't hear you or he's simply choosing to ignore you. From what I gather, the people living near the entrance know damn well that place is off limits. You don't look like an idiot, and it's just a forest, so I doubt you won't either. Walking to the forbidden woods at night by yourself totally out of your own choice. Oh! Oh, maybe you did. Oh, how sweet. So long I'm lost, and all because you're a fool. You start to feel deeply embarrassed. You don't know whether to cry or get angry. How funny. Then I'll give you credit for making it this far in one piece. Until now. You swallow hard at his words, watching his grin stretch even further, his pupils go razor sharp. Look at you, you're actually shaking with fear. It makes me laugh so much. You're so stupid and gullible. You're so cute and sweet, honestly. You look just like a scared little puppy. I'm not a puppy. I'd love to kill you and tear that face of yours apart, but unfortunately I've already had my fill. Besides, you've given me a good laugh. So I'll spare your life, if you help me one. He whispers as he gives the tip of your nose a quick, playful boop. Boop. Thanks a lot. I guess. You haven't answered me, sugar. Even if you did something that's stupid, I'm sure there must be a reason behind it. Tell you everything that happened. Well, someone started shooting up my house, so I bolted into the woods to escape. I know, a stupid move, but I panicked. My place is that tiny cabin near the tree line. Why would you tell him that? I moved in because it was the only place I could afford. Guess I know why the rent was so low now. You're sprouting, crying and unable to stop. I have no clue why you're oversharing like this, especially since he looks totally checked out. But he's the only person who actually bothered to check on you. The first one in forever. His expression didn't shift, not even a bit, but he let you vent without interrupting once. Sounds crazy, but you feel some kind of weight lifted now that you've told him. I see. How cool. What with that grin plastered on his face? His tone went soft. It's like he was actually hanging on your every word. Besides, you seem to be quite lucky. I won't leave you all alone in these woods. You just told me you're the one from from the cabin. I'm taking you with me whether you like it or not. You already owe me too. Slightly was just mentioning you the other day. Whenever you're talking to keep even closer, you put your eyes shut, waiting for the blow. He slowly takes your hand in his, and you feel that long nose of his poking yours again. Oh, so cute. You feel him pull you towards him with such force, leaving you no choice but to give in. You see him drop to both knees in front of you, extending his hand for you to take in. Come here, my sweet candy. Besides, he's got a thing for picking up strays anyways. Take my hand. Don't you dare be scared. That's an order. Relax, I'm not gonna mess with you. At least not today. Okay. Oh, sorry. Getting up, you don't let go of his hand, just falling asleep. Probably not the brightest idea, but you're doing it anyway. You look at the ground in shame, wondering, why is he even helping you? Even with company, you keep your eyes close to the ground. You're completely drained, scared out of your mind, and just embarrassed. I can't believe I actually made it out alive. Am I really that lucky? It's the Slender Mansion. It's the Slender Mansion. Sorry. After it feels like hours trekking through the woods, a massive mansion looms at the dead end of the trail. You look around and see papers stick to the trees with strange drawings on them. You start to feel more afraid and full of doubt. Are those drawings some kind of warning? Well, there's no other choice anyway. You walk up to the massive mansion. The place looks pretty run down. The honestly gives off leisure and Bennett vibes. Your companion is right behind you, waiting for you to knock on the door. Alright, here goes nothing. You walk closer to the door, feeling a bit afraid. But right as you reach out, you catch the sound of voices from inside. No, your toy's probably already dead or something, and that's not my problem anymore. I already did my part and I'm not getting involved in that again. There's some weird stuff inside. Define weird. What kind of stuff are we talking about? Besides, I'm not asking you to get involved again, just to tell me its location. You don't know what's happening, but you see some kind of green smoke in the middle of the doorway. Oh, Ben child. Look at your companion for an explanation, but it seems they aren't even paying attention. The large green hat begins to emerge from the green smoke, but you can still hear the sound of two people fighting inside. No, Toby, I'm not a bootlicker like you guys. I have better things to do, like going, I don't know, somewhere else. Why do you even care? Oh, don't be like that. The guys left a while ago and haven't come back yet. I don't even want to think about what will happen to us if he finds out they're not home. Suddenly, someone steps out of that green smoke wearing that exact same hat. Same hat. No, fuck you, Toby. That green goblin snaps his gaze towards you. Oh, damn it, Tiki. I think you and those other two idiots are screwed. And why is that? See it for yourself. The man with the hat walks back in, and the green smoke vanishes, while the door slowly creaks open. And then you see a man timidly peek into the door. Oh. Yep, that me. You fainted. Your body hurts. Okay, and this is the same thing? Ha! You got all of us in trouble, but I'm glad you're finally here. I feel we're getting along just fine. It's a shame you're unconscious. The least you can do is remember my words in some part of your head. Survive, maintain sentiments marking. And I know this sounds bad, but I recommend that you don't talk much with Hoyt and Masky. They pretend to be the most sane, but they are manipulative and methodical. There isn't even a trust between the two of them that they want to project. Just don't die, please. Okay. Skip that. Check your wound. You feel pretty bad. You haven't eaten in the first hours. You feel a stinging pain in your arm. All you want to do is go back home to get the chance to go to the doctor. You look at your wound, it doesn't hurt as much as earlier, but it's still sharp and annoying. You notice you have bandages. Someone treated you, you're not sure they had malicious intentions. Well, it doesn't seem so bad. You see a large stain of rain on the floor. Never mind, it's super bad. Though I'm grateful to the person that held my arm. If I didn't get help in time, it would have been much worse. Blah blah blah. Oh, you managed to see that man in the yellow hoodie leaning against the railing, his head turned the other way with that cloth covering his face. He doesn't look so scary like this, you think. Behind him, the sky was painted in warm and cold colors, with darkness slowly trying to consume the horizon. You don't know how long you were unconscious or how much time has passed since you arrived. You're already hypnotized by the scene for a few minutes, feeling as though the hostile atmosphere, the one that always kept you guard up, had suddenly faded away. There are no screams, no arguments, only the sound of the wind and the breathing of the man in front of you. Why aren't you talking? You've been staring at me for quite a while. The man was closer to you while pulling part of the black cloth away from his face, allowing you to see part of his eyes. Masky, the woman has already woken up. And he puts that black cloth with the side face joint on it back over his face and abruptly walks away. I don't know how you can see with that on, you think? Oh, really? That's good. Ooh. The other person says, slowly taking your chin and forcing you to turn towards him. I hope you repay us with your body for the torment you put us through your antics. My body? What do you mean? Masky's grip on your chin is firm, almost painful. His gloved fingers feel cold against your skin, hot from the agitation. Through the black holes of his white mask, you can feel his intense gaze filled with hatred and rage. Angered by your apparent silence, he roughly shoves you backward, releasing his grip from your jaw. Behind him, the wounded cold face remains like a silent shadow, even though his face is hidden beneath that black cloth. The side face on it, you notice a stiffness in his shoulders. Once again, your senses go on alert. You instinctively step back a little, making your terror obvious. Swallow hard. The knot in your throat is so tight it hurts. Apologize? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause trouble, I just didn't know. But it tenses up as you try to back away a little more. But you realize it's impossible since you're pressed against the wall. You look down and notice you're sitting on the bean bag chair, and that looks like it's never been washed ever. But skin is on a dry laugh. He really seems angry. I didn't know, he repeats mockingly. It's always the same excuse with your kind. Do you think a simple I'm sorry raises the fact that Slenderman punished us? You can't even understand the pain of that. Yes, are you finally outside of the word? No, of course not. He finishes saying in a more disappointed tone. Unable to hold it any longer, you begin to cry. You try to comfort yourself by wrapping your arms around your body, but you just keep falling and falling and it just won't stop. That causes the one wanting to approach the masked man, putting your hand on his shoulder. Calm down a little, okay? He says it in that calm voice. Masky? Just look at her, Brian. It's because of this useless girl that the workload is crushing us. She's just crying, thinking that solves everything. For a moment, everything comes crashing together. I'm sorry. I already told you. I didn't ask for this. I didn't give you any orders. If I'm so useless to you, then kill me. You'd be doing me a huge favor. You can't hold yourself together anymore. And once again, you break down. Now that no matter what you do, your situation is going to change. But everything that has happened to you since the cabin all builds up, and eventually your body reaches a point where it can't hold so many emotions anymore. Your hands move to her face, your tears fall even harder, heavy with anguish, and you pull your knees up to your chest. If they're going to kill me, then they should just do it already, I think. That's the problem, you can't die. The skill plus in a calmer voice. No longer shouting, though it is still a hint of anger in his tone. The atmosphere shifts when a sharp ringing starts echoing in your ears. It's that familiar buzzing sound, the one that appeared during your hallucinations. Musky tenses up and looks towards the dark forest. Let's go. Woody takes a hold of your good arm, helping you up. He gently takes your hand and guides you towards the glass door. Musky opens it, and you step inside together with the one holding your hand. He leads you towards one of the single beds. It seems you had been out on the balcony of his room. Whoa, okay, switching to Spanish now. Okay. Hear my Spanish. Te vamos a dejar aquí un buen Gato? Sé que no te gusta tu cuarto así. Que por ahora te quedas aquí hasta que regresemos. No toques nada. Si lo haces, no tendré a más que. Caliente. His calm voice had vanished. It shiver went through your body in an instant. That warning had carved itself into you. He's very scary. I'd rather he stay calm, you think? Without driving you any time to escape, the two men walked through the door, and you heard the lock click into place, leaving you alone in that room. Oh. No! No, please! Go! Don't leave me here, Michael! Fear washes over you once again from head to toe. You get up from the bed and went towards the door. You pound against it once, twice, 3 times with all your strength. You try again once, twice, 3 times, but no one comes to rescue you. So you try again, this time throwing your full weight against it. Seconds pass and turns into minutes. No matter how many times you try, it seems that no one is coming to help you. Oh, this is 3D. We can't see it's 3D. Wiping away your tears, you sit down on one of the beds, looking around for some kind of weapon. You spend a while sitting on the bed, wondering whether searching around is really the right thing to do after they warned you not to. Even so, you keep going. You know you don't have much time left to find something that could help you escape. Don't worry, I'll bring you food. What? Okay. Now, bro, how many choices in this game? How many choices in this fucking game? Right? Desk. Oh. You get up from the bed as quickly as you can. Oh, okay. Switch in Spanish again. Te acercas al escritorio. Puedes notar una computadora algo vieja. You're tempted to try getting inside, but if you do, they don't know you were snooping around. So you back away from the idea. More than a computer. Nothing that will actually help you, really. Don't worry, I'll bring you food. But what does it say that? So tiny. I think there's bugs. Clearly. I don't even need to say that. You walk over to one of the nightstands beside the beds and crouch down. You look over the top of it. Papers and more papers. You then open one of the drawers. Pills. Why are there so many medications? You're startled by the drawer contain with what the drawer contains. It's filled with orange prescription bottles, some full, some empty. Alongside crumpled sheets of paper, you open them one by one. They look very similar to the ones in the forest, you think. And then noticing your approaching footsteps, you hear the door being locked with keys. You try to quickly shut the door. And even so, what you feared happened. The sun you crouched down with several of those papers resting on your lap. They might have had a warning not to do it. It walks angrily towards you, grabbing you by the hair and throwing you to the floor. Well, we're dead. Meanwhile, his companion adjusts his mask as he approaches with heavy footsteps. He grabs your forearm right where you want this, and squeezes hard enough for a pained whimper to sleep on your lips. You're nothing but a vessel for Cinnamon's virus. A very stupid one that doesn't understand its place. If you challenge me again, I'll personally make sure you wish you had stayed unconscious forever. And so, while squeezing your one even harder, he dragged you back to your room. Back in your room with absolutely no idea how you're going to survive all this time, you sink into that old mattress you first woke up on. None of this makes any sense, and the confusion is eating you alive. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. You choke out through your sobs, dragging yourself over to the same table from this morning, your eyes locked into a notebook. What is this? You mutter, flipping through page after page, fully expecting it to be completely useless, but then, this is my own notebook from when I was. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, that's it? Okay. Well, back. Say, wait. You sit onto the bed, placing the pills behind you so you have something comfortable to lean against. You wrap your arms around your knees once again, resting your head on top of them as you begin to cry all over again. I know very well that what I did was wrong by going in there, but was it really such a terrible crime? I don't deserve this. All I've done is survive. Plus, these beds are way too close together. They might as well just buy the bed already. Thinking about so many things, the tears still drying on your cheeks and snot running from your nose, you eventually fall asleep. Your eyes still feel heavy. You're still a little drowsy. I'm going to be late for work, you think? Fortunately, you remember they are not at home. Even your eyes still heavy, you slowly begin to open them. Oh, okay. There's a man leaning against the edge of the bear near you watching you. You have no nose! What happened to the nose? You tense up a little when you see him. He has the same clothes and hairstyle as Masky. You finally decide to wake up. You're crying for quite a while, huh? He says, pulling a handkerchief out of his pocket. Here, cry, baby. You don't know how to react. Just a little while ago, the same guy was laying at you in anger, and now he's kneeling beside you, offering you a handkerchief. Remember, Laughing Jack did say that these two are very manipulative. I don't believe any of that shit. You lift your gaze a little higher and feel something sticky stretch from your nose. The other end still stuck to your knee. You quickly grab the handkerchief and feel your face turn red with embarrassment. Thank you. I'm sorry about what happened earlier. His voice sounds fairly calm, so you get the feeling that he genuinely means what he's saying. He lifts out his sigh and shifts into a more comfortable position again. Don't worry too much. We went through the same thing. I know very well what it feels like to be in your place. No one ever reached out a hand to me, so I just know what it's like to spend all your time overthinking everything. That's why. Forget it. I don't trust that. I have trust issues. He says it again, sounding slightly irritated. It seems like he doesn't know how to express what he's thinking. You watch as the man stands up and opens the jar beside the bed. He pulls out a bottle of pills and offers it to you. You take it without really knowing what it's for, since the place where the name, brand, and contents of the medicine should be listed is completely blank. Take one whenever you start feeling that bad again. His voice sounds so nice when he's not angry, you think. With time, you learn how to deal with what's happening to you, and that you're not the one falling apart, nor is any of this your fault. It's not anyone's fault, your memories are fragmenting. You suddenly forget what you were doing from one second to the next. You have memories you swore never happened, your head hurts. To make things worse, you convulse and constantly pass out, completely unable to control any of it. His threatening demeanor had disappeared. The man you had hated so much ever since you first saw him. Now, you looked at him in a more human way. He finished speaking, lit a cigarette and started smoking, so he had finally let something off his chest. Don't tell someone when I gave you that. For a moment, you didn't say anything. Not everything made a certain kind of sense. You still didn't fully understand it, but at least you could connect several pieces together. Lately, you had been placing out for long periods of time. Spacing out for long periods of time. And you ever got worse scoldings for not doing anything. At home, there were moments when you would be doing your chores, and then suddenly, the next thing you knew, you were on the floor or doing something completely different. Those blackouts in the forest, those hallucinations aren't real then, right? Then you climb down from the bed and look at the man. Oh, don't look at me like that. He manages to say, but without thinking twice, without caring about anything else. You feel like a huge weight has been lifted off your shoulders because of him, so you simply. You hug him. He only lasts a few seconds, but you're genuinely grateful. What are you doing? Don't touch me. He says with fake annoyance on his face, and a blush is spreading all the way to his forehead. I let it slide, but it be the last time. Thank you. I was starting to believe those horrible hallucinations that I felt like memories had actually happened. He managed to say with a smile. That's not what I. He tries to speak, but he's interrupted by his ready companion, walking to the door. Solomon says we should stop playing with her and put her back in her room. He pauses for a moment, looking forward towards you and then towards Masky. Am I interrupting something? No, I'm leaving already. You two stress me out. Masky says angrily as he storms towards the balcony, shutting the door behind him. Well, you'll be going back to your room for now, since you almost escaped from us earlier in the living room. We're going to lock you in. We'll bring you food. Tubby knows your preferences, so don't worry about that. And as for the bathroom, your room has one, though you have to clean it yourself. He says that he walks over to you and gently takes your hand once again. Solomon will probably come for you to talk to you, though honestly I'm not really sure how he plans to explain your situation. Now he notices the pills in your other hand. That trying to turn Solomon's here or you'll get us into trouble again. Oh fuck. Sorry. You're able to say anything, you follow Hoodie, but still hit your hand gently while apologizing for Masky's behavior. Back in your room with no real clue how you're going to kill all the time you'll be spending here, you sit down on that same old mattress you first woke up on. You still have this nagging urge to just run away, but I guess it's not all bad. At least I get free food and a roof over my head without having to work for it. At least not yet. Glancing back over at the desk, you notice that single notebook you completely brushed off earlier is still sitting there. What did I leave this here? You pick it up and start flipping through the pages, now a bit expecting to find anything remotely entertaining inside. But page after page, all memories suddenly begin to flood your mind. This is my notebook. A hot blush creeps on your face, burning all the way to the tips of your ears. Please don't tell me someone actually read everything I wrote in here. It was supposed to be a research journal, but it's mostly just filled with completely random, cringy nonsense. I remember saving a bunch of pages in the back to make a research profile on them. I guess since it's right here, I might as well keep going with this stupid investigation and finish what my 13-year-old self wanted to pull off. Okay, yeah. It's like examining the notebook with a lot more care now, running through every single entry and staring at every doodle. Minutes tick away, and you find yourself giggling out loud at every embarrassing thing you uncover, just like you used to do back then. End of chapter 2. Yay! Okay. Now, let's go back here again. Hide behind the tree and rest. You try to tune out the laughing and duck behind the tree to catch your breath. You drop into the grass, leaning back against a massive tree trunk. I feel like crap. I don't think I've got another mouth in me. What the? Why? I was giving it everything I had left. Can't make sense of anything. Huh? You're a new one. What? Wait, Where's that bracelet? Is it Jeff? Is it Jeff these nuts? Jeff the killer? Shit. So excited I started like spitting. Haven't seen a fresh face in these parts for a long time. I know every single person who wanders these woods, and I haven't seen you even once. Who are you and what are you doing around here? Give me a good excuse or I'll slit your throat right now. You feel a cold blade, smeared with fresh blood, pressing against your throat. You hear a female voice. Oh, female voice! Wait, is Jane the killer? You hear a female voice, menacing and deep, with a slight rasp, and her sentences as she's gasping for air. In any other context, this voice might have comforted you, but now it only fills you with dread. You don't even dare to look back, you're terrified. Can't even control your own mouth, which is trembling uncontrollably right now. Even though this is already the second time today that someone has tried to kill you, aren't you going to answer me? I'm being nice here, sweetheart. Answer me and make it quick. Whoever the woman by your side is, she's not truly menacing and attractive. Without giving you time to process anything, she presses the knife in closer to you. You're only millimeters away from feeling that blood on your chin. Your jaw is shaking so hard you can't even get a word out. Not that you even know how to answer. I can see you're scared. I bet anything you don't belong in this forest, right? Answer me. I explain to them, obviously. Click your tongue, clenching your jaw until it hurts. At your breaking point, that's not even counting on the crap you've dealt with in your past. You don't even know what you're going to say to her at this point. You're not even trying to survive anymore. You just want all this to be over. I got lost. I went into the woods because they were shooting at my house. I don't know why I ended up here. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have come in, but I had nowhere else to hide. I live in a cabin near the woods. It's really far away from the other houses. It would take too long to get help, but I would have been sure halfway there. Honestly, just want to break from the shitty life I lead, but nothing ever goes my way. And now that I think about it, it's why the wind for that stupid place is so low. I'm back to the corner anyway. If you're gonna end me, just do it. But be doing me a favor. She jerks the knife away from your chin with a sudden rough movement. You start to cry, overwhelmed by the sheer powerlessness of the situation. Paralyzed by fear, I can't even move. All you can do is keep sobbing uncontrollably. Oh my gosh, yes it is. Yes it is. It is Jane the killer. You look up and there she is. The woman who was just threatening you is standing right in front of you. Oh well, even so, it wasn't a good idea to come in here. I'm surprised by the fact that you actually made it this far. So, what do you plan on doing now? I thought I'd hide out until sunrise and then get out of here. Yeah, good luck with that. Sunlight doesn't really reach this place. It's never safe out there. She still terrifies you, but something about her voice. You don't know why. Maybe it was because you were about to snap, or maybe you just didn't know what to deal with everything that was happening to you. Trauma dumping everything that's been wrecking to you to a complete stranger. Maybe it's just your delusion or the dizziness from not having eaten anything. But she looks familiar, you think. Oh, she's hot. Well, see, sweetie, it wasn't that hard to lay it out. I'm glad I was the one to find you. But you're some serious danger. Damage chasing you is nothing compared to what you might went into deep in here. That I understand why you did it. You look terrible. You look against my code to kill a poor girl. All alone and defenseless. I think. So you're lucky you went to me and not some other psycho wandering around here. Let me tell you, there are way too many of them. Then that paragon and mask approaches once again. You lower your head, bracing for the worst. I'm not gonna hurt you, sweetie, at least not for now. Come on, there's a place where you can stay safe. Somehow her voice is actually soothing, and more so when she's that chill about it, with that low, raspy edge she's got. At least that's what you think. She's pretty. Pretty woman. You feel her getting closer as your face turns bright red, till you feel her hand. And you quickly look up, flushed with embarrassment. When you turn around, you see her friend reached out to help you. It's a nice gesture, but you still don't trust her. You know something is off. Maybe it's the knife in her hand. Take their hand, I guess. But I'm not gonna do heavy choices, honestly, because that's a lot. But yeah, despite everything, you reach for her hand to pull yourself up. Your skin is all burned, but for some reason it feels soft to the touch. Look, I get it. Trust isn't exactly easy to come by around here. Look, you don't actually have a choice with it. Call me Jane. And you are? My name's Ruby. Got it, Ruby. We're moving to another spot. Then you see it, your slowly reaching for her face. She carefully peels off that mask, revealing what's underneath. I don't usually take off my mask, but since you trusted me, I want you to feel comfortable around me. So this is what it looked like without it. Like I said, it might help you there. That guy has a thing for taking his trades. There isn't that much of a difference. Honestly. Lady. So this... Okay, sorry, I went back a bit. One look at her computer terror, no eyes, just that same pale skin everywhere. As creepy as hell, but really, no, she's actually kind of beautiful. And that voice, honestly, it's been mesmerizing. Maybe I'm being played, but for some reason, I'm all in on her. You're not one of those things, but let's see if they accept you. They need the touch of something that isn't so thing-ish. Even if they're out of their minds, it's not their fault. Just don't take whatever they say or do too personally. I'll be right there to make sure they don't hurt you. Don't worry. We're gonna have to introduce yourself on your own. Just don't get on anyone's bad side. Follow me. Keep holding my hand, okay? It's just a precaution. I don't want you getting lost on me. So you started following her lead, her grip tight on your hand the whole time. Even in company, keep your eyes close to the ground. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's try that. Escape. You were so terrified that exactly when you stopped hearing that person, you bolted, running without caring where you were going. If they were a good person, they would have been worried or at least just walked by. They wouldn't have done what they did. So you stopped thinking and just went. No matter how tired you were or how much your feet hurt, nothing mattered. Feeling the danger, your body pumped out adrenaline. Enough to keep you running for a while. Until you simply can't take it anymore. You lean against a tree to catch your breath, opening your eyes bit by bit. Well, at least I escaped another cycle. I guess there's a reason they call it the Forbidden Forest. The place might just be crawling with psychos. I still need to rest. Just a sec. We have yet to see Jeff the Killer. The Golden Star, the Golden Child. If we can even finish a sentence, something touches his shoulder. The warmth you feel vanishes in a second, as the Orphic chill violently rushes to your body. You're breathing quickly so much that you don't even know how to gasp for air anymore. It's like you've forgotten how to breathe properly. You don't want to look back. I don't want to look. Did that guy run after me? Hey, you. Then this deep, booming voice hits you. Try to gasp for air to scream, but a sickening stench floods your nose. The foul smell of rotting flesh mixed with metal invades your senses. If you can hear me, I already know. You slowly look back to face whoever's talking to you. Oh, never mind. What are you doing here anyway? You don't look like you're from around here, especially since you're heading straight into my territory. What? This is Eyeless Jack. What? Don't tell me you're one of those idiots who live on the edge of the woods. You have no idea how dangerous it is to come in here. That gray skin isn't human. You look him up and down with a blank stare, frozen without even tilting your head. The worst part is, you look at his hand and he's holding something. You look closer. His clothes are covered in blood and stains of questionable origin than his hand. What you thought was some fidget toy or rock or something else is not. He's not holding a toy, it looks like a kidney. Slowly, your eyes move to his jaw. Fresh blood is dripping down. You pray to God that whatever died in his hands wasn't human. They belonged to some animal big enough to have a kidney that size. So you gonna spill? Well, what were you doing hidden towards my place anyway? Are you stupid? I don't want anyone hanging around here, got it? You like I'm satisfied with what I found earlier. Understood. The monster splits out, flicking your forehead with a blood-stained finger. Your brain is completely short-circuiting. You barely got his words, but the meaning just slips away. It's not that he mumbled, your mind is just frozen in pure terror. You start shivering, and a cold vibe gets straight up hellish. You're completely paralyzed. You're screaming alongside inside your head, but your body just won't cooperate. The perfect divine machine of your body is completely bricked. Everything goes blurry as your eyes fill with tears, and you're left completely powerless. You just sweep, wide eyes completely frozen, and then you drop right back down. A loud ringing echoes in your ears. You don't feel anything, just peace. Maybe everything that happened was just a dream. Yeah, it has to be. Someone just clocked you. Clocked me, damn. Mom, 5 more minutes. This time Silsey clocked you. No way that was your mom. Just like that, your eyes snap open. What's happening? Well, look who's finally awake. It took you like 5 minutes, and I don't have all day. For real though, I'm full. You're making yourself such easy prey. I almost couldn't hold myself back. I could devour you right now. We just met. It's not like I'm gonna get indigestion from overeating. And once again, you're completely clueless about what's being said. Devour you, please. If I wanted to, you'd be gone by now. Indigestion? Can that thing even get sick from eating humans? Hold up, what? Hey, I'm sorry Who said they won't even let you speak, cutting you off over and over again? Yeah, whatever. Okay. Just get out. I don't have fridge for organs, and I'm not letting this place smell like a goddamn morgue again. Let's see what happens. Let's leave. Yeah, sorry, I'm leaving. You think you're lucky that guy was getting someone's organs just a second ago. It's a miracle he didn't do anything to you when he passed out. As you glance back one last time, you spot something. The heavy sigh escapes you once his finger clicks. A balaclava I recognized instantly. It was the same one worn by the dude who shot me in that cabin. Maybe it was a miracle I went so far and didn't end up in this place hours ago. Oh, your new girl with those dogs, right? Let me guess, you're totally lost. Don't you dare come near my spot again. You watched him take off the mask, and your mind just can't process what you're looking at. On top of the unnatural gray skin, massive hands and razor-sharp teeth is completely eyeless. You know they don't want you here, so you try to move and get out. How stupid. But I guess it can happen to anyone. It's probably your first time, right? You were hunting the human that wandered into the woods, weren't you? No, actually, I am the human that they're hunting. Well, I already killed him. I have no damn idea what you wanted him for, and frankly, I don't care. If you get chewed out before being so useless, so don't go holding a grudge against me. Get lost already, you're seriously taking me off. The cabin you're looking for is up to the mountain. You know the drill. Once you're close, you'll see the little notes. Now scram, get the fuck out of my face. Thank you. You start walking up the mountain without looking back. After he told you where to go, you relaxed and managed to move, especially after knowing that your killer had been killed. So you started walking and doing exactly what he told you. Well, I'm so confused. Walking upwards, you don't know how you're going to make it, but you have to. The mere thought of your own bed brings a tiny spark of joy. I don't understand how you knew I wanted to go back to my cabin. Did he mistake us for like one of the PROXYS? I have no clue what the whole mission and dogs thing was even about. But at least I'm not in danger anymore. I just hope he's telling the truth and I can make it home. Wait, now that I think about it, he actually reminds me of someone. After everything you've been through, all you can do is keep walking in the direction he gave you. You walk with your eyes closed to grass, crushed by the sheer exhaustion you're carrying. You don't know if what he said was true or not, but at least you're out of danger. Just want this nightmare to end. What's happening? What the fuck? You kept walking, even if it wasn't as long as when you first entered the woods. This is already too much. Your body hits its limit again and you just drop. You drift into a dream where you're just chilling at home, munching on chips and scrolling on your phone. That was your only real safe haven during the day, the only time to just unwind. But then right in the middle of your dream, you hear footsteps on the grass nearby. But your figure is just part of the dream, until you hear them getting closer to you. Okay, now you're all sure you're freaked out. Something is definitely off. There's someone next to you. They even hear male voices right next to your face. Ben was right. The dead boy actually crawled out of his cabin in the middle of the night. Slenderman's gonna end us. And we can't even pin this on Tubby this time. It was on all three of us. But it is what it is. She's not cold anyway. We can just drag her along. Yeah, or carrying them works too. Thanks to your voices, you managed to snap out of that deep sleep. It sounds like two people talking about Slenderman, Ben, and Tubby. Is Slenderman real? Oh god, please don't let them sacrifice me. I've heard of people who think they're real and try to summon them. Sure, if he actually exists, the rest of them definitely do too. Okay, I really don't want to die. You don't know what to do. You're way too weak to even try running. There's no other choice to accept your fate. The only thing you can do is slowly open your eyes to see the faces of the people trying to take you. When am I gonna meet Jeff the Killer's son? You make out two figures. One's wearing one mask and the other is in a hoodie, their face completely hidden by black cloth. They look down on you with anger, or at least that's what you can see in the eyes of one of them. Oh look, the thing's awake! As if making all life difficult wasn't enough, they just had to pass out right in the middle of the woods. I'm sick of carrying useless people around. If I have to take her, I'm just gonna drag her. I'll carry her, it's fine. What the hell are you? You're not taking me anywhere. Oh, look at that, cute, thinking there's actually a choice. Calm down, Masky, she's not gonna do anything. Look at her. She's hurt and can't even walk. Well, we won't mess you up unless you fight back, Ruby. See? We all know your name. We're trustworthy, right? Trustworthy? Who the hell are you? How do you even know my name? Dude, stop chatting them up. Just walk them over the head and knock them out again. Since they love playing Sleeping Beauty so much, let's just put them in there again and call it a day. Fine. No, what do you mean fine? Just let me go. I haven't done anything wrong. Shut your trap already. Assholes. You fainted. Yeah, okay. What the fuck? Whoa. The game has a lot of bugs. Hold on. Okay. Guys, we're gonna stop here. Overall, it's a pretty nice game, I would say, but there's a lot of confusing moments, and it is quite buggy. I would say yes, it's quite buggy. A lot of bugs. But yeah, was pretty nice. I don't know if there was a way to meet Jeff the Killer. Maybe he's not even this chapter. But yeah, that was pretty nice. Anyway, see you later, guys. Have a nice summer. Bye bye.
You could stay.
What an idea. A crazy, mad, wonderful idea. But I can't. There are questions I have to answer. Things I have to do. I'll be back again before you know it.
You won't remember me.
Of course I will. How could I forget? Hunter, why is a raven like a writing desk?
I haven't the slightest idea.